everybody, it's Kelly with kellyscards.ca and welcome to this fifth and final card in my everyday card kit number 10. This card has quite a few layers on it, just like the last one did. I really love the colors and the combinations in this card, and I've also made a couple different sentiments that you can use. I've got the happy birthday here as well as thinking of you that are using the colors in this card. If you want to use something else, feel free to use one of the other sentiments. To get started, I'm going to do this top strip. And I've made them a little bit long so we can just cut them for the length we need them. And I'm just going to add this first one, and I want to leave a little bit of white on the top and a little bit of white before the pink one. Adding that now is just a little bit tricky white on white here. And now I will go into my next one. I just kind of tacked them down while I was looking to see if I liked the way they were. And I'm going to add this one, and again I'm going to leave a little bit of white and try to make that spacing nice and even. Now I will get to probably the prettiest strip I think of them all with this teal. And again, this is another great idea for using up the rest of your strips or scraps that you have. You only have little amounts of papers. If they all kind of go together, you can make them work. This type of a card works really well for that. And we'll add that one, and now we're coming down, hit this pink one on. And it doesn't have to be completely perfect, you just want it more or less about the same spacing between the strips. And I just need to get my strip a little bit more to the end there. And that looks really good. So now I'm going to bring in my scissors and I'm going to cut all of these extra pieces off. This is on here now. We're going to adhere this onto this piece, so you can just add your adhesive along the outside edges of this piece. And we'll just put this together now so that it's a little bit easier again to move the pieces around to see where we want everything in a final position. And I just love that scalloped edge. It is really beautiful with that stitching. And again, this is all going to come in here like so. And this piece is going to go straight to this white piece. So let's adhere this now. And again, I'm just going to go around the outsides of this. And I'm going to add this right to this corner. So you can pick it up and then just slide this into the corner like that. And then do so on the bottom as well. And you just want it nice and lined up. And now we are going to get this whole piece onto the pink mat. And this pink mat really helps bring the pink from those pattern papers. And I like how that looks. And I really like how this looks with this pink on here, because it's going to pull all of the pinks that are on these pattern papers. And then when we add it to this last piece, the card base, it just helps everything pop, and I just love that. So we'll get this piece on here now with some score tape. And now we'll open this up and just really love how this looks. This is absolutely beautiful, and of course I just love the colors, the teal and the pink. They're really beautiful together. Now I have to say, this little piece here I did run through an embossing folder, and that's why we've got the texture, and I think that really looks a lot better. I had it plain and I didn't like it, so I quickly ran it through an embossing folder, and I really like just the little bit of texture it adds. So you're going to find a butterfly in your kit, and a bling, and you can put the bling on top of the butterfly. For this butterfly, I did cut out some of these white butterfly pieces, which is literally the shadow, to help fill in the butterfly. Feel free to add that, or you can just add the butterfly on its own. I'm basically including both pieces so you can kind of choose. When I had it together, I didn't really like it with the white in the background, and then 5 seconds later I liked it. So I thought, you know what, I'll just include both and you guys can pick out which one you want, either it on its own or with the backing with the white. I'm about to add the butterfly, and again, I'm not going to put my white backing on, but again, feel free to do that. I've decided to put my butterfly pretty much in the middle of the card. Onto the sentiment now. I've taken this happy birthday and I've sized it appropriately onto this pink cardstock. Now you will get a piece of this in your kit, and that is what that is for, to back your sentiment onto. And this will give you a chance to basically use it for another sentiment that isn't included in this kit, one that you'll make yourself. And that will again open up the opportunities for what type of card this is. So I'm going to add my butterfly there, and I'm going to add my sentiment. And I just like how the pink just helps make the sentiment stand out a little bit better. There's a lot going on this card with all these different patterns, and that will just help bring the sentiment out. Now you can also pop this up with pop dots. I think I'm going to keep it fairly flat. And I'm just going to use a bit of hot glue on this butterfly to add this butterfly. And I want him about in the center, but at an angle. I really like butterflies at an angle. I think they're very pretty on cards. And it just gives it that feeling like the butterfly is flying. So really like that. And I just love how that looks. And again, you can kind of bend up your wings just to give it a little bit more dimension. Of course, there's never enough bling for me, so I am going to add some of these matching bling that's the same as on the butterfly, and I'm going to add it into this corner. And I love how that looks. Again, we've done it on the last card in this series as well by adding it on the butterfly and into the corner. It just helps balance the card off, and again, it matches with the colors, and it's really beautiful. So to finish off this card, we're going to do our inside here. And we'll get this piece put in. And again, feel free to stamp on this piece or add whatever you like to this piece and finish off the inside of this card. So that will finish off this 5th card in my Everyday Card Kit number 10 series. Love this card, again, using your scraps of paper, and all they have to do is have light colors, and look how well that works together. And I love this embossed piece with these scallops. Really like the prettiness, and then of course a simple butterfly as your main part of your card. This gives you ample opportunity also to make the sentiment whatever you like. I hope you enjoyed not only this card but the whole card kit series. And again, you can check down in the description below for the playlist to watch all of the cards. So please find me on my website at kellyscards.ca and check out my main YouTube channel, which has hauls and make-a cards and product reviews and so much more. I will link that down below as well. I want to thank everyone for joining me, and I hope everyone has a wonderful day.